Hello, everybody, and it's great to have you all here with me today. And it's really a pleasure to be here, taking this time together with all of you today. And uh, speaking about LinkedIn Live, and I apologize for this slight delay as I was just starting this conversation with you, dear followers. Um, it's always a challenge to have a live broadcast on LinkedIn because there's always a number of unexpected things happening. And as you can see me right now here, I'm on using Zoom instead of a studio. And this is the reason for this is because of I be able to use a AI application that Zoom has, which is Fathom, that can make the recording of this application in a series of notes. So I will have an instantly an article that I will be sharing with some tips on how LinkedIn Live events can be useful. But let me start with a brief presentation for those who don't know me. Perhaps some of you have just recently connected with me on LinkedIn. I thank you for following me. I'm Paul Nunes Dias, and this is a pen name, an author pen name for Paulo Nunes de Abreu. This is my real Portuguese name, and you may wonder, why the heck this guy is a Portuguese guy and has an English alias or a pen name? Yes, I wrote about it on LinkedIn, and you can follow my previous article. Why do I have 3 LinkedIn profiles? And not just a Portuguese one, of course, an English one, my alias, Paul Nunes Dias, but also I have a Spanish one. And guess what? It's much easier for me to talk in English as everybody will understand me in Portugal, whereas that could be not so true in Spain. I definitely need to do a little bit more LinkedIn Live events in Spanish, as it's not the case that most of my Spanish followers understand me when I speak in English. But the case is in Portugal, when I talk English, all my Portuguese followers will understand me. And the added value is that I can reach many more people by talking in English. And that's also the case where I have a wonderful audience in Singapore, where I started last year with my dear colleague Peter Say. We started Digital Collaboration Academy. So we have clients in Asia as well as in Canada, North America. I have wonderful colleagues in Canada and North America that are also attended our courses in the Digital Collaboration Academy. And recently, I started to find in LinkedIn a wonderful space to host conversations that matter. And this is the reason why I'm here with you to do a little bit on a recap on why LinkedIn events can be important for you. This is, first of all, I think we all know that LinkedIn is not a cold social network. It's actually people beyond these interactions we have on our mobile devices or in your laptop or your desktop computer. It's actual people like you and me that are on LinkedIn. And what unites us is this professionalism. We are all passionate professionals. We want to share our practices. And the LinkedIn community resonates each time any one of us shares an achievement, and we are all here to support each other. So think about LinkedIn Live events as a way for you to bring to life yourself, your company, your customers, to an audience on LinkedIn. So you can showcase your thought leadership, your passion on what you do, your position in an industry as an authority. And that's what I do when I work with clients. I recently hosted an event for Ascom. Ascom is a market leader in healthcare solutions for alarm management and clinical decision support systems. And we hosted a wonderful event in Gaia And we now can leverage this content as we recorded it to create a series of podcasts and LinkedIn live events here on LinkedIn. That's the wider reach you get on LinkedIn is because the algorithm here prioritizes on live content. It's going to find a relevant audience for you by the sole reason that you are publishing a live event with a specific content. And of course, you have another benefit of doing LinkedIn live events is that you can repurpose your content, right? After the event, after this LinkedIn live, for instance, as I just said before, I'm using an AI algorithm, which is Fathom, that automatically records my talk, and I'll be able to instantly produce an article. But you can also repurpose your content by capturing small nuggets from the conversations you host on LinkedIn Live. And this could be like contents that you can use in other media to showcase your thought leadership and your company position in the field. And this is extremely important, and LinkedIn is a powerful ally for this. Of course, another added advantage is the networking opportunities that LinkedIn offers you whenever you do a LinkedIn Live event. Why? Because participants can register in advance in your meeting event. So right now for this event, I know that some of the participants that recently accepted my connections, they have registered and are here watching right now. So we can engage with our audience. For instance, after the event is over, we can message everybody, say if they like the content, if they want to know more. And this is actual persons that you can contact and connect. And this is why LinkedIn is a fabulous network, because it's bringing people together with a purpose, right? Of course, that if you are a marketing nerd or social media marketing nerd, you have powerful analytics and insights on LinkedIn as well, right? You can view, understand where is your viewership, where they are engaging from, what are the demographics, who is actually watching your live events. And you can leverage that data for future event planning and a more coherent content strategy, right? Because obviously, if you have a set of solutions that are specific for the healthcare industry, it's really important that you target healthcare decision makers, right? But on the other hand, if this is something that you need to address for the healthcare professionals, not necessarily management, healthcare managers, and you need to address healthcare professionals, then you make sure, with thanks to LinkedIn analytics, that the majority of your audience are the right audience you're looking for. And this is also another benefit for from LinkedIn. So if you want some tips for hosting successful LinkedIn live events, please reach out to me. I will be really, really pleased to help you in any way I can. There's things you can do, like promoting your event in advance. So if you have a good social media followers network on LinkedIn, you will be able to segmentize. So for instance, in my case, whenever I do an event directed for the healthcare professionals, I can choose between hospitals, managers, and health and wellness professionals. So there are two segments that LinkedIn offers for you to select and invite. It's really important that LinkedIn aids you to be a spammer. So never, never, never promote content to another industry or to another potential audience that it's not interested in your content, right? Never do that, because that will destroy your reputation as a LinkedIn member. And remember, the most sacred thing in LinkedIn is our colleague members' time, their span of attention at a time. And if you use that time to give them relevant content that it's useful for their professions, for that can enhance their professional success, then you will be rewarded, right? So think about this. Whenever you engage with another LinkedIn member, you think about hers or his professional success. That should be your top objective. Of course, you should also create a clear agenda and a structure. I'm not using right now a clear script for this talk here on LinkedIn with you guys, but it could be useful to have like a script that you can follow and share in advance with your audience. So that will make them even more, it could prepare them for what they are going to see on your live event. And then, of course, during the event, you have to be attentive to the comments and you engage with the comments. So it's really good if to have a colleague that could be assisting you if you are live on the program, as I'm right now, having someone else to answer the comments that are happening right now on LinkedIn. It could be a great addition, right? Okay, and if you want to learn more about my LinkedIn live events, please reach out to me. I'm all yours now to listen to whatever you want to answer. I see that João Fael is already sending a comment. Thank you so much, João. So over to you. If you have any questions here on comments, please type them as I'm reading you right now. And if not, then perhaps I could be sharing you some events that I'm going to host in the near future, right? So let me share here my screen with you. So I have some events prepared in advance that I would like to share with you, and this will be, let me do this right now. So I have here this page, Digital Health Portugal, where we are hosting a series of upcoming events. The closest one will be in September, the Global Digital Health Summit. This will be hosted by my dear friend Rajendra Gupta. We are going to have on the 28th and the 30th of September the Change Health Days at FMUP. FMUP is the Faculty of Medicine of the University of Porto, and the theme for this awesome 3 days event is Dare to Change. We really would like you to come and attend. We are going to have 3 different events within this umbrella event, Change Health Days, including the 8th Digital Health Meetup. We are going to have the first encounter of the Faculty of Medicine partners, companies that are partnering in the new undergraduate program that the faculty is offering on digital health and biomedical innovation. So this is a partners gathering that we're going to do on the 29th, and on the 30th September, we are going to have the opinion health leaders encounter in Porto too. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to meet and engage. We are going to host on the 29th November to the 1st December the Building Trust in Health Data. This is going to be a joint global hybrid summit, also with a LinkedIn live broadcast. We're going to do it from directly from Ghent on the keynote sessions only. So keynotes will be broadcasted live. Of course, if you want to attend and learn more about the in-depth sessions on this joint global summit, then you have to attend on land in Ghent. Okay, and also I have something in the preparation with the mymeetingsupport.com, and this is a new company that I recently started in UK. With mymeetingsupport.com, I team up with my dear colleague Martin Duffy. We are both PhD. We specialized in meetings. I would say that. And Martin and I, we host a series of conversations with renowned guest speakers that we invite every month. As you can see here in the video, I've been blessed by the presence of so many renowned facilitators and meeting experts that have been joining us in the last couple of years. So the next episode, it will be in August, Building a Meeting Positive Organization Culture. This is going to be broadcasted during August, and you can still watch past events like the episode 7, where we hosted Jim Kalbach, Karin Overy, and Ilka Makitalo. Ilka is someone I truly admire. He's the CEO and founder of Outspace, Of course, I also admire Jim Kalbach and Karin Overy, but Ilke in particular, because we are partners, we are Outspace partners, and it's a pleasure to work with a company like Outspace. It's really a digital platform that offers you powerful tools, including AI, you imagine, to help host better conversations in your company, but not just conversations. You can enhance onboarding process. You can advance your agile sprints. So it's really meetings reinvented, because AI is going to create a paradigm shift to new forms of organizational meeting. And if you want to learn more about this, you can rewatch this LinkedIn Live event last 25 July, but you can still follow it on our social stream. And then, of course, lots of previous episodes that you can guess here on the My Meeting support, namely with Joe Allen. Joe Allen is also a world expert in meetings, and is also writing a book that is going to be due now soon, very soon, Suddenly Virtual. And Joe was we're lucky to have Joe on our program, and this is a program I strongly recommend you to watch. Also, because we had Kirsty Lewis. She's also a renowned facilitator, the founder of the School of Facilitation, and it was a very interesting conversation. These two thought leaders in the program. But there's a wealth of content that you can look in My Meeting support here. So you see, another advantage of a LinkedIn Live event is that you can repurpose the content. So you can have the content both on LinkedIn, but also on YouTube, on Facebook. This was a LinkedIn Live program, but you can now watch it also on YouTube. So there's the multiple distribution of content you can do in any program, right? Okay, guys, so it was really, really great to be here with you. And don't forget that perhaps during the summer, you can you can be entertained with a series of podcasts that you can take the advantage of the summertime to have to increase your reading, or listening to great content like Leading with Vulnerability. This is an interesting podcast by Jacob Morgan, a colleague of mine. It's also an organizational psychologist, but he's exploring now how vulnerability is an important feature in leadership. This is a book you can now pre-order. But and this is the surprise, between the US and the UK. It's really interesting to see that in the UK, you already have an interesting author that you can follow. In this case, my colleague Michael West, and he wrote this book, Compassionate Leadership. And this is, if you are in the healthcare sector, a much more important and relevant book that you should have. Michael was kind enough to give me here a nice signature dedication. I appreciate Michael for this, but definitely I'm reading this book, and I'm at awe with the content that is shared, and especially for healthcare professionals. And this is so relevant for the Portuguese National Health Service. Portugal is undergoing a big transformation in the National Health Service. And as I wrote, as you know, some of you know, I'm in Portugal. I'm a healthcare blogger, and I wrote my last editorial about that. In a transformation process, there are two variables that you can control, and those variables are compassion and empathy, right? So if you become a compassionate leader, this will allow for the trust to be in place, and effective transformation will occur, right? So it's really important to create an environment where trust abounds. So you have to create a team with everybody that has to work with you, that trusts you. And this is only possible if you have compassion as a leader, right? So if you want to learn more, take this book from Michael West, Compassionate Leadership, or please contact me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to talk to you about this and transformations that are necessary in the national healthcare systems. Thank you so much. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy your readings. Take care. Goodbye. Goodbye for now.